box offices, it's impressive. You can't deny that. You really can't take that away. And I don't think any of us, just to clarify, I don't think any of us said it would fail at the box office.
Actually, no, I did. And here's the thing.
You did?
No, here's the thing. I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong, right? Like I've done it before with James Gunn. I'm doing it now. I thought, honestly, not even based on the goofy, controversy and the casting. I thought just because this movie looked boring as shit from the trailer, that would show up. So I was wrong about it. You know what it is? I underestimated Nolan fans. I guess Nolan has a way bigger name.
Nolan fans are no joke, dude.
Because if he can make that shit sell, give Nolan anything he wants. Anything. Because believe me when I say, I don't care how cinematic this movie was. It looked boring as shit. And if you don't get me on the trailer, I'm not going to go watch your movie.
Here's the thing about the box office. Even before we saw the Odyssey, before we started talking about the quality of the Odyssey, the IMAX theaters were all sold out. The IMAX 70 millimeters were all sold out. The only ticket I could get was the 2 a.m. screening in the morning Thursday night. Plus, IMAX tickets are 2 to 3 times more expensive than regular tickets. So already one ticket equals 3 regular tickets. So there's no doubt, regardless of quality, regardless of what you think about it, that this movie wasn't going to succeed this opening weekend.
Well, I do have actual footage of Chris Nolan after the box office receipts came out. Here he is here. We've seen this before, but he looks like he's celebrating. That is, and you know what?
Surrounded by Greek people.
Surrounded by Greeks.
Owning the Chads.
Look at that.
Owning the Chads.
Yeah, owning the Chads. What do we think about this? What do you think about the Wilds? First of all, I am really happy. But some people took it further. Check this out. Have you seen this footage here? This is someone actually used a Trojan horse to get into the theater. Let's watch this.
1 ticket to see the Odyssey, please.
2 downstairs.
Says it's downstairs. I think we made it past. Thank you, good sir.
I like their accents in this. They do.
There's 2 people in there.
Ow! God. Ow.
And probably more entertaining than the movie.
This can't go in. Nice job. Victory is ours.
Oh my God.
2 downstairs.
Oh my God. Anyways, so there you go. We'll go through some more memes and whatnot, but what do you guys think of the success?
I think it's inevitable, honestly, when you compare the IMAX tickets that sold out like a year ago, as soon as they went on sale without any trailer being shown, just because Christopher Nolan was going to do the Odyssey, and those IMAX tickets went on sale. I mean, they were already selling out and being resold on eBay for like triple the price, which was insane. But it was inevitable. It was always going to do well.
Oh,
hi, Chris.
Well, there he goes.
I know. Yeah, I don't know what you said, but
he's so upset that Odyssey's doing well. Darn.
Eric Weber was right.
The question was like the quality.
I know he's moping now.
Yeah, that's a major reason you can't really trust any of the conversation right now. I mean, here on this channel, of course, but just out there in the interwebs, a lot of people just want to own the chuds. They're saying it's the greatest thing ever, just so we could be wrong. Oh, there's a Greek.
Hey,
air quotes.
Hey,
what's going on?
Hey, George, you finally made it.
Yeah, I've been fighting the summer cold. Sorry about being late.
Oh, it's all good. So
hello, fellow Greek.
Hello, fellow Greek.
Now we've already set up the fact that you speak for all Greeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what
Except
what you
for the dumbasses who are going to village theaters in Athens and selling out and buying tickets.
Well, what do you think now that you've seen the film?
Okay. What do I think? I never do scores because I never understood really doing scores for a film. I mean, it's a feeling. So
okay.
Let's see. I'm still working on my review. I don't feel it's like he was selling a story. I feel it was like selling IMAX. If we're talking about a story outside of Homer, he nailed his version of the story. You know, Homer wrote the greatest homecoming in history, and Nolan wrote the longest apology letter ever filmed. That's pretty much how I view it. Let's see, the 3 greatest sins of the film. The one actual Greek that was hired who was speaking Greek, having to have his words translated for a Greek who's Indian to tell him we're Greeks from Ithaca.
From a black Greek, by the way, just for fun.
Yeah. And Sign-On, I think that's one of the biggest, not the casting, put the casting aside, that's a horse has been beat to death. It's the fact that he took his framing for the gods and for Homer's Odyssey from a Roman perspective. Virgil's Aeneid, I had to translate that damn thing in school from Latin for 5 years. And Sign-On represents in Roman view, the ultimate deceiver, the ultimate trickster, right? Homer views it as metis, you know, the use of the Trojan horse as the ultimate in intelligence, which is why Athena always loved Odysseus and supported him, because she wasn't just, goddess of war. It was wisdom, strategy, intelligence, cunning. It's not brute force, it's mind.
Well, I think that's a problem people have with, I feel kind of like you, George. The first time I saw the movie, I was still processing it. I mean, Alan immediately didn't respond to it. That's fine. I was sitting there ruminating over, the spectacle really got me. I love the spectacle, the Cyclops scene, all of that aspect of the movie I really loved. But I really had to process, like, what about it didn't work for me? I think a lot of it is the modern language didn't work for me. The castings, that's the biggest point of controversy. I don't think it was as big a deal as people thought it would be. But I've got here's the Cyclops thing, all of that I really enjoyed. Among other scenes, the giants.
Yeah, the giants see the armor threw me off. I think if Nolan hadn't called it the Odyssey and then named it something else, even
like
setting
Christopher
in
Nolan's The Odyssey.
No, nothing. No Odyssey, no Homer. If he had just said, "Here's this ancient epic," I don't think anybody would have had a problem with it. But when you start talking about a foundational piece of Western literature, something that has helped shape our culture. Think about it this way. If Homer was the father of Western culture, right, and Greece is the mother of Western civilization, I pretty much view Nolan like the pimp who fucked our parents just to film it on 70 millimeter.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, there you go. Okay, here's Chris Nolan talking about some of the effects and whatnot. I think this is interesting.
Friend Guillermo del Toro of many years, a monster is never just a monster.
I want you to imagine a scale, and let's call this the how the hell am I going to do this scale? Let's say the truck flip from Dark Knight's there. Let's say the hallway from Inception's there. Maybe Trinity Test is right here. The Cyclops scene, where does that fall in the how the hell am I going to do this?
Oh, right at the top. I mean, that was a terrifying challenge for all of us.
Why is that?
Because I wanted to tell the story with a credible tone. My rule for everybody involved in the film was give them a reason to believe. As moviegoers, we want to see extraordinary things. We want to go to extraordinary places. So we need a reason to believe. And a lot of that is tone. And tone is technical. Tone is, okay, how do you photograph? We're going to real places. We're shooting real things as much as possible. We're on the deck of real boats in a real storm. We're doing all of this stuff. So suddenly you then moving into, and the Cyclops is the first pure fantasy element that comes into the film. So how do we give that some kind of reality. How are we going to do this? And we
It's not
used
supposed to be reality, man.
Right. I love the Cyclops. I will tell you
smartest
that.
thing I did.
Yeah, look. I saw a still from them. They built a giant puppet, and
Right,
then
but-
they used enhancement with CGI, but it's not CGI.
Right. My problem again is the I'll tell you the things that I liked about it. I like the Cyclops, right? I didn't like the way it was presented, meaning the storyline of the Cyclops. This more sensitive angle, because that's directly.
Well, they missed
again,
the whole nobody thing, but here's
Yeah, I
something.
know, which
Here's something
Armando
worth.
Dante did.
Here's something George worth sharing here. It's the Chris Nolan checklist. We got. Let's see. Maybe you read that for me, Badger.
Long running time, check. Overly complicated plot, check. Non-linear narrative structure, check. Practical effects, minimal use of CGI, A-list cast, big budget, hard to follow action sequences. That's definitely important. Bombastic musical score, muddy sound, an IMAX release, and of course, critical praise.
So I think
Right.
I think that scale hits it. That scale hits it.
The non-linear this time is the only thing that really is not his fault, because he's supposedly following Homer, because you have a lot of flashbacks. But again, the issue, like, I think he has a future in horror. The Cersei scene, I will tell you, I'm not a body horror fan, but that, that was real.
That was the best
Yeah,
part of the movie.
Yep.
for me.
Yeah, turning the men into pigs. I thought that scene was excellent as well.
Yes.
So, but it was the movie for me was a mixed bag in the end. So, and I'm just the one positive story I saw about the movie that I thought was great is that so many people are reading the Odyssey, like books, looking up videos, like the interest level in just the original story and source material is off the charts. So I find that a positive result of all of this. So
You don't think it concerns you a little?
I wonder which translation they will read, and if they'll still feel the
Right.
same way about the film after they read a certain translation that's
See,
not
Right.
Emily Wilson's. You know what I mean?
I agree.
I'm a little disappointed actually in that. I'll tell you why. It's not like Lord of the Rings. After Jackson put out Lord of the Rings, I think they added another 50 million readers over the next 10 years. The problem is, again, which translation are you going to get? But count that versus how many millions of people are going to walk out of a theater and going, that's Homer. That's the Odyssey. You know that. They're going to walk out of there. They're not going to read the book. They're going to go, this is it. If everybody walked out and said, I'm going to go read the book, no one would like the movie. They would have to say, okay, this isn't Homer's Odyssey. This is Nolan's whatever. And you understand, Chris, I used to be a huge Nolan fan. I mean, I had the shirts, the collectibles, the movies. But
For the record, I'm still a Nolan fan.
Yeah.
I still think, look,
I'm not his worst.
even at his worst, he's still better than 90% of the directors in Hollywood right now. So I mean, it's Chris Nolan, right? I mean, there's no denying that this guy is beyond talented. Don't get me wrong. I don't love all of his films, but I like enough of them to say, you know, he's that guy right now in Hollywood. My problem with this whole movie, man, honestly, I feel like it's just one giant op. I feel like it's an op, dude. I feel like this was Hollywood saying, hey, you know what? People aren't liking the race swapping. They're not liking the gender swapping. You know, we got to do something. You know, who can we get? And they got Chris Nolan, right? They dumped a truckload of money at his door. They convinced him somehow to make this movie and cast it the way he cast it and all this other shit. Here's my question. What lesson do you think Hollywood's going to take from this movie?
Yeah, they can double down now on DEI. See, that's the problem. We talked about this before, Verbal. If this thing ends up in the long run succeeding, they're not going to be like, oh, they're going to go back to their old formula. And I'm sorry, I used to be a Chris Nolan fan. I can't. It's too personal for me, not only as a Greek first.
Can you share my screen, Chris?
What he's done.
Yeah, sure. Where is
I think it was Dante that might have made me aware of this one, but this is what they're going to learn.
I actually read this article. This article is it's hilarious. And it's very interesting to me. I went through it last night. The article actually says that, you know, what the chuds have been saying all this time for the past 10 years, that Ghostbusters 2016 wasn't good, The Little Mermaid wasn't good, Last Jedi wasn't good, Elio was full of woke, and those movies were all woke. This article confirms that. Not only confirms that, but also says they're terrible. These films are terrible.
That's why they failed. They were just bad movies.
Yeah,
but
they
it
were
wasn't
just
any
bad
of the
movies.
wokeness.
And it might have taken them 10 years to get here, but they finally did it. They finally have. And this movie calls it a woke movie, or this article calls it a woke movie, because they're saying that it breaks the go woke, go broke movie, thereby confirming that the movie is woke. So it might have taken them 10 years to get there, but finally a woke movie.
So it's not saying that woke movies will make money in the future. They're saying that this woke movie bucked the trend of all woke movies.
Yeah, but do you think that's the lesson they're going to take from that?
Nope.
Nah,
Yeah,
they're going to double
it's,
down.
It's actually interesting because, like, if you look at this article, it's almost as if, you know, that mythological audience that they've been trying to chase for the past 10 years. Look, see, now Hollywood can say, like, they really do exist. Look at this Christopher Nolan movie. Full of, full of DI, full of all this casting. Look at this. See, they are out there. We just have to make the movies better. They can still, you know, include all of the diversity that they want. We can still do race swaps. The movies just have to be more, you know, quality movies, and they'll make money.
Quality. Yeah, I mean, as dumb as we think executives are, I don't think they're saying, well, after 10 years, finally we figured out the woke formula. Let's start making woke movies again. You know, I think they know that this may be the one-off. Again, the majority of the ticket sales were pre-sales, so we didn't even.
I think you're giving them too much credit, Alan. Like, I don't think they're that smart, to be honest.
I don't think that we're going to start getting a rash of woke movies because of this.
Well, they're not wrong. They're not wrong, right? Like, if Rings of Power was good, it would be a lot harder to talk shit on it, but it's not, because most of these people that do all these things don't have the ability to write things. But Chris Nolan, even on an off day, does. So he's the exception.
Yeah, I don't think they just greenlit season 4 of Rings of Power because of the Odyssey. Trekkies, here's a fun one. Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown puts you in command of the USS Voyager, stranded in the Delta Quadrant, where every decision shapes your journey home. From managing your crew to deciding how much Borg technology to embrace, it's a strategy game where your choices genuinely matter. The expansion pass has just launched, bringing 4 premium DLCs packed with new story missions, playable characters, ships, technologies, and more ways to experience the Delta Quadrant. Even if you've already played the game, there's plenty of new content to come, and buying the pass now is a better value than purchasing each DLC individually. And the first DLC, Delta Chronicles, is available now, adding 5 new missions inspired by classic Voyager episodes, plus 2 new heroes, 4 new NPC ships, and branching codes that let you change how these stories play out. You also get 2 new heroes to play as, including Reginald Barclay in holographic form, and Professor Fora Gigam of the Thoth. It's now available on Steam, PlayStation 5, Xbox X and S, and Nintendo Switch 2. Check out the link in the description, use promo code FilmThread35, and let me know which new mission you're most excited to play. Live long and prosper.